everyone, back at it again. Woo! Yep, I am streaming. Alright, let's see what this game's about. Now we should be fine. I've seen these people before. Four pairs of footsteps tread further and further into a tundra, slowly disappearing as fresh snow falls into the land. The limping man is leaning on another person's shoulder, struggling to keep up with the rest of the group. The scrawny man with a flushed, frostbitten face rubs his arms, attempting to retain whatever heat is left in his body. At the front, an older, stoic man leads the team. He grips two bags tightly as he walks onward, occasionally looking behind to make sure the group is still behind him. Orban, okay. How much longer till we reach the base? We're halfway there. Only halfway. The scrawny man rubs his face. He opens his mouth to say something, but a strong gust of wind interrupts him. Whoa. A wave of snow crashes through the tundra, watching out the surroundings with white. Norman's objection gets buried with him under the snow. As the waves settle, Richard turns his head to see the group. Though frazzled, still together. I think now's not a good time to set up the tent. How's our supplies looking? We have a few days worth of food left. That's it? That's not so bad. It should be enough for the rest of the trip. We still have to make our way back, Gerald. Well, they should still have some food left at the base. That's not a guarantee. Food won't be an issue. Food won't be an issue. We're close, we just need a... We really underestimated this mission. We might have to turn back. The other three members turn to Norman. They wear deadpan expressions as if this isn't the first time they've heard this. Sandra shakes her head. We made it this far. We can endure it for a little longer. Yeah, going back would take just as long as heading to the base anyway. Might as well finish the journey. I know, but we still have to return to town once we get there. Not to mention the amount of corpses we have to carry back with us. There are multiple snow crawlers stationed there. There's plenty of space to put the corpses in. The ride back will be faster and safer too. But we're going to head out. We should do so before the sun goes down. We'll probably need to do a ritual first. The sores on my legs are not looking pretty. Let me see. Jared lifts his pants legs and unwraps his bandages to reveal a large cluster of unsightly sores on the verge of bursting open. Jared winces. Yeah, I'm not leaving the tent like this. We'll get that fixed. Signal calm. We should get in contact with the servants. Norman's eyes flicks towards calm, and back to Richard. He taps his fingers nervously. We don't need to bother them. As Richard goes to make a rebuttal, a trail of pups drips down from Gerald's legs. I think we do. Before I signal calm, we should all check ourselves for sores. Sounds good. Press Q on the clickable objects. Okay. Hover over the bar packs to check if they're diseased. Pride, mine, hunger. Okay. So we get to see how we look. Oh, look at him. Look at his face. Torso looks good. Arm, hand, leg, foot. This must be the... Richard checked one last look at spy before nodding. All clear. Okay. Which was the one who's hurt? How are you holding up? No sores here. Have you checked yourself yet? Yeah, but didn't find anything. That's good. Sarah rests her hands against her head. Okay then. How's your leg doing? Gerald puts a hand over the sores. So get that ritual commissioned, I'll be fine. I hope that'll be enough. Norman clicks his fingers as he stands, turning from one side of the tent to the other, waiting. He sighs. Before we get cut off by the storm, you wanted to say something, right? Norman's eyes stare toward Richard, then down to the floor. He tilts his head and looks upward. Do you not remember? No, I remember. We already talked about it. Richard squints. I mentioned how we should go back to town. Oh, well. You know the answer to that. Yeah? Do you have any source? No. Good. Norman glances at the comm again and sighs. He lowers his head and stares at the ground. Oh. Okay. Hello? Is this Richard's team? Yes, we'll need another ritual from the servants of the disease infestor. Gerald's leg has an infection. Alright, what are we working with here? Sores are on the lower half and are about the size of a football. They're reddish purple and starting to have a mossy texture. They're beginning to leak. Okay, noted. Give me 1 second. After the ritual, it'll take roughly 2 weeks for the sore to heal. The patient will still be protected from any more disease for 12 hours. I know you need to make the journey as fast as possible. So it might be better to contact the servants of Flesh and Bones. Do you have anyone on standby that can take care of the disease for your friend here? I think Patricia said she can still be on standby for us, right? Yes, but I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. Are you sure that the sore can't be healed any faster? Can we pay extra for that? I think we should just ask her to take the sore for Gerald. She can afford to take a week or 2 break. We can't. Norman looked at the group gingerly. If you're on standby for the whole mission, are you sure we can't give her a break? Gerald points to his leg indignantly. As if on cue, another small patch of sores pop open and begin to ooze. Update on the sores, several have burst. We'll call Patricia while you contact the servants, ma'am. Understood. I'll be waiting. Norman sighs, turning his attention elsewhere. After we pay them, we'll get another ritual from the servants of the disease investor for prevention's sake. Sounds good. Is your leg fine now? Gerald twists his leg to check the back. Well, I don't see anything, and I feel a lot better, so yes. Alright, we'll take out the payment directly from your account. Richard, thank you for using our services. The group waits expectantly for another call to come through after the comm signal dies down. If a few minutes pass, Norman sharpens his knife while Sandra looks over to Gerald's leg one last time. Richard continues to sit idly in front of the comm. Richard? Gerald and Sandra look nervously at each other while Norman continues to mindlessly sharpen his knife. Hello. Have your group taken better care of themselves? This thing's so bad I can't even look at my leg. We're not getting her on purpose. Not getting her on purpose? So your team's incompetent then. I'm gonna retort. Do you think that being on standby for you would be easy? You go on dangerous missions. Of course we'll get hurt once in a while. Obviously I know that, but it's absurd. I've been staying on the same hospital bed all year. I've barely been given any time to enjoy myself. Norman raises his head, still keeping his eyes on the knife that he's sharpening. Sorry, Mom, we won't make any more mistakes. A huff is heard from the other side of the comm. Ooh, so... Safe? Okay. Good. The call ends before Richard can even respond. He shuts his eyes tightly and rubs his temples. So, we still need our ritual from disease infestor. Everyone stares at Gerald. He turns his head and starts whistling to himself. Now that your leg is fixed, we're hanging out. Everyone get ready. We need to be smart. Well, we'll need to be smart about this. If we wander around too much, it'll be a waste of energy. I know what I'm doing. Oh, I can poke him. Hello again, Richard. Looking good, looking good. Pride, mind, hunger. Yeah, looks alright, Gerald. Feeling fine, Gerald? Yep, ready to roll. Good to hear. Gerald kicks some snow with his newly healed leg. He leaves a somewhat impressive dent. Good. Norman's breath is visible in the cold air. All looks sort of tense, but Richard shakes his head. We're almost there. We make our way to the base. We can go two ways. I will save here. I'm gonna go this way. The corpse lies motionless in the snow. Richard searches it. He gets one ration. Still looking good. Gerald looks down at the corpse and sighs. Well, that's pleasant. Norman looks at the path ahead of him. Gerald contemplates kicking the mound of snow next to him, but decides against it. I can go back if I want to. Oh, but it uses energy, whichever way I go. Okay. The tire bag sits in the snow. Richard picks up the torn bag and rummages through it. He gets one ration. Sarah thinks about which path to take. Gerald checks his leg again and nods. Norman looks at the two paths before him. Still looking good, still looking... Oh, what's this? He just shakes his head. I can't sleep here. Ah! What's this? Oh! We got food. Cancer recipe. There's 5 left. There's 1 ointment. Here shakes down off camera in the bag. Okay. They got ambushed on their journey, or they tried to hunt for food and lost. Norman doesn't respond. Don't happen to us, though. We're tough. Yeah, that'll cheer him up, Richard. Does this use stuff? Zero course light half buried in snow. He searches buys, finds 1 ration. Lucky us, extra food. Where the carcass and lists one over his shoulder. There's 2 more over here, come on. Richard walks beside his son and lifts together 2 carcasses with the stuff of Sandra and Gerald. If the base is as close as you said it is, we'll be good on food for sure. Norman sighs to himself. Richard doesn't notice. Sandra glasses at Norman and Richard, but decides not to get involved. Jared diligently slices through the wolf hide. Alright. No one looks away. Zero course is life hacker in the snow. Okay. There we go. And I guess we'll go this way then. What's wrong, Norman? No, this is bad. I stepped on a body with Fester. Is the body alive? I don't know. Norman's hands bring up to cover his face, which at this point is crunchy and clear. His breath catches in his throat. Oh shit. What is it now? Underneath Jared's footprints is a torso of sequestering victim. The group looks around, realizing far too late that the each little bodies lie right underneath the thin layers of snow they're standing on. We got to get out of here. Can't believe that was an entire graveyard over there. I hope it's a graveyard we're dealing with. If they're alive, they're far more contagious. Of all the days we could run into trouble, it's the one time we didn't use a ritual of the disease investor. Now, we should focus on finding our path forward. Sandra scratches her right glove, her expression growing more and more anxious. She takes off the glove and sees raised spots forming on her palm. Are you kidding me? I didn't even touch them with my hands. This is bullshit. I just got this fixed. Gerald is pulling up his pant leg again, and his freshly healed spot is riddled with sores once more. Norman pushes back his sleeves. Both his arms have spots riddled across them. No. For now, let's see how far the sores have spread. Alright. Clogging these bypassers to apply ointment on them. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So. Restoration is subdued for now. Everyone looks friendly in the tent, while Richard is booting up the comm once more. After this ritual, I think we have to go back. Richard puts down the comm and returns to Norman. What are you talking about? We underestimated this mission. We've used up a bunch of our funds, and Ma is in good shape to be on standby right now. Who knows what else we're gonna run in if we keep going. We should have waited another year to save up for our own crawler. Hey, we know what path to avoid now. We won't make that same mistake again. We're almost there, I know it. Richard looks at the other two, expecting them to back him up. We should turn back. We bit off more than we could chew. No one breathes a sigh of relief. You know what the problem is? Now we'll be fine for the last stretch. It was just one of us that got infected. I might have listened to you, but it got 3 of us. If our infections get way worse, a simple ritual or ointment isn't going to do anything. We'll have to undergo the same kind of treatment as Patricia. We should head back while we still can. You're exaggerating. The ointments and rituals work fine. I don't think you understand how bad it can get. We're barely hanging on with the tools that we have. And the temporary relief is just that, temporary. The ointments and ritual make our skin look clear. It's fester cylinder, flesh deep. We're always going to need a hospital visit, but that doesn't mean we should make the checkup more expensive. Richard goes to retort, but holds his tongue. He knows Norman is right. Clenches his teeth and turns away. Can't believe this. Is we're all in agreement? So what happens if we go back? The danger is clear. Richard knows that he's in the right. His pride won't allow him to falter now. Fine, you can all... Oh, no. I want to... Oh. Wait, so does he... Oh, so he doesn't let you go either way. Fine, you can retreat, I'll keep going. Norman squeezes his eyes shut. I knew you'd say that. I'll split the supplies. I won't need much since I'm finishing the route by myself. Are you sure? I do this all the time. Jared looks to Sandra for her opinion. Alright, Richard, make sure to head back if it gets too dangerous. I will. We're really letting Richard go alone by himself? There's no point in stopping him. Even if we try to drag him back with us by force, he'll just pry himself away. Gerald sighs. Okay, if you say so, let's split the supplies now then. Alright. Richard goes to open his bag and splits the supplies. Richard splits the ration with the rest of the team. There's 6 left. You really want to do this? I'll be fine. Just be worried about yourselves. You still need to make your way back. Just be careful. I will. With those final words, Richard parts from the group and continues along. Richard steps into the base and looks around. First thing that catches his eye is the map taped to the pillar in front of him. This will be useful. Tries to expend more of his energy to grab the map. Richard takes the map from the walls and shoves it into his bag. The second ranking Richard notices a large mass of fester. Maybe there's another entrance. Richard opens his door as a terrible realization strikes him. The very entrance he went through just seconds ago is now covered in a thick wall of snow. But how? Richard contemplates the lay of the base. As it sits on the side of the mountain with the entryway facing outward, it's clearly impossible for the entrance to be snowed in. And surely Richard would have noticed if there was even a slight tremor. Richard gritted his teeth. Need to contact the rest of the team. Should be a comm around here somewhere. Oh, his mine went down. Because this goes on later. Tries to ignore the talk, burning the cell knocks. However, the time goes on, the sounds grow louder and more concerning. Open his eyes. Tendril fester reach out from under to the second floor. Spreading. She rushes out of the entrance to take shelter in the hallway. Tries to go heavier. Oh. He'll dream. Richard stares at the endless field of gold wailing gently on the ocean tide. The glowing light separates the sky from the horizon. He sits on his uncle's porch, catching his feet idly. He takes a bite of a fresh tomato and drops the juice, landing on his palm. Dinner's ready, his uncle's voice echoes from the kitchen. In here before your food gets cold, his aunt's voice echoes from the dining room, followed by the sound of plates clinking on the dinner table. Richard wolfs down the rest of the tomato before standing up. As he opens the doors to the house, he wipes his hands on his pants. Day 1. As Richard walks to the door, he realizes it's locked. Such a random car from the wall. The keypad beats his rejection. Richard grips the bottom of the door with his fingers. He breathes in and tries to lift it. His arms tremble in response. Try to lift it. It's just his fingers stick under the door. His spine stretches upward, but the door is not budged. Nice. Falls back on his bed. Ooh. We hurt ourselves. So our pride, our mind, and our hunger are now all at 8. Let's see what happens when we enter. As these pulses, Richard goes to grab the object. Lifting his hands take more effort than usual. It's tiring. Richard's hands tingle slightly. She leads down her examined body and is greeted with the familiar over death. Right below the monster texture on the face is a clean slit on the body strip. Dry blood creates a current over the dye shirt. Richard strips the body and finds a syringe trapped in plastic. Richard's arm and hands pull slightly. He feels these traveling through them. He rummage through the box. Finds 4 mint. Richard leads him out the door. Texture. A massive fungi expands and inflates as if it's breathing. No, it is breathing. Closer examination, Richard slightly sees it should be a human body. So it can get this bad. Richard reaches for his spear, hesitates. Do you want to live? Roberts continues to breathe. You're leaving this place anytime now. I'm gonna try to take you with me. Buster, there's no telling how much it may cost Fistics. Reach your first pay, definitely won't cut it. I'm crying out if he wants to die. The body continues to breathe. Your teeth threaten to crack with the amount of pressure he's putting on them. Let's out a heavy sigh. Not getting anything out of this. Investing all too well for far too long. It would take months for sports to die at this stage, even with the toast dead. Veins on his arm are playing slated purple. Your stops by. His breathy sigh escapes from the clogged throat. Catch up. Decides to rest for the day. Richard. Jingle stands next to the car impatiently, tapping his foot on the crunchy gravel. Richard peeks his head up from the backyard, a bag of scissors in hand. Hurry up, Richard. We don't want the moving trucks to get there before we do, his aunt yells. Richard turns his head back into the small tomato garden beside the house. He scurries to one of the stakes and snips a few more of the fruit into his bag. Richard ties his grip around the bag opening and runs to the front yard, past the swaying wheat and for sale sign. We should get out of here. Richard reminds himself of the scratch on the itch on his face, even when it patches some prickly spikes into his nerves. Richard reminds Water as he stares up at the gray ceiling, combing through his memories, hope calming himself down. Tan grays over a warm, comforting golden field. His uncle sits on the porch, reading a newspaper. His aunt picks a blooming wildflower on the side of a road. He spots a frog right outside his classroom on a rainy day. His uncle hunts a tune as he sets down a dinner plate. He sees the back of his aunt, dressed in black. He reaches forward to put an arm around her shoulder. Richard is more alert than he was before. His heart sinks. Watch your emotions out. That's how Shaq is, reminding himself that no one is here. He's alone, closes his eyes, and lets the tears fall out, wiping them with his sleeve. As Richard walks to the door, he growls his lock. How do I unlock it? She's an inch on space. Leaving deep. It feels as if the sores on Richard's abdomen have beaten through his fat and flesh, leaving deep gaping holes and empty his stomach. Ooh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Okay. Anyway, Richard contemplates using the syringe on himself. Well, we're already injects himself. Let me use the ointment. The column sits on the table. It appears to be functional. Richard's fingers twitch uncontrollably. The veins on his arm are all pink shade of purple. Your drops forward and frantically signals his calm. With a few rings, he hears a familiar voice. This isn't... hello? Who is this? It's me. There's a moment's silence before the static picks up again. Oh, Dad! Yes. Are you all back in town? I got back just yesterday. How about you? Are you at the base yet? I am. That's good to hear. So you need anything? Crossed arms, Richard points her finger relentlessly. like a second opinion on my situation. I'm having some trouble leaving the base. How are you having trouble? I'm stuck in this place because some kind of avalanche magically appeared. There's no blocking my exit. Huh, the base is on top of the mountain, right? I don't think an avalanche can cover that. I'm not lying. There's no blocking the exit. Okay, we'll come over to get you. Wait for us, alright? I'll let everyone else know. Susan? Richard's fingers switch uncontrollably. As Richard picks up the binder, fills out of it. The contents of the paper filled with data, red tape, and scribbles. Richard scans through the contents. Doesn't look like there's anything useful in here. Not something for common folk to understand. Richard turns the binder around. The record reads Winter Vermish Research Team. That sounds familiar. I think someone from my hometown signed up for this a few years back. See what happens if we stay here. Richard flips through a book, pen hovering over an empty notebook, berry glazing over the text. Make sure to do your laundry, right, Richard? His aunt looks over his shoulder. Oh, what are you studying? Something about rituals. It's not that interesting. Well, I heard you get paid well if you land a job as a servant for a wanderer. Have you put any thought into your future, young man? I'll probably just do whatever his uncle's doing. His aunt scratches her nose and clicks her tongue. No, you shouldn't join a rescue team. What's the point of investing in your education if that's where you're going to end up? Richard shrugs. Then I'll just drop out and get a job early. His aunt rolls a piece of paper and slaps him on the head. Don't even joke about that. How bad am I looking? Not that bad. Considering I'm staying in here. Here, coming across an enemy fix that bad. I should go in at least not without some kind of protection. And sure, regardless. Feels as if it's the swords and Richard down in the hoodie. So Richard walks up to the keypad, the screen lights up, mechanical whirring fills the room as the system activates. User permission system is online. Please scan your ID to update practice permissions. You need an ID? As Richard fumbles through his pockets searching for a valid ID, the machine suddenly starts. Goodbye. User permission system is online. All access permission granted. But she and I stand from the other room. Richard can hear the sound of multiple doors unlocking. Richard wakes up and his body is cold. Rod escapes from his empty stomach, but he doesn't have the energy to acknowledge this. Stops forging his eyelids to stay open and lets them close comfortably over his eyes. Standing up and staying awake seems so impossible right now. 1 second, Jack. sure I feel more awake. Richard passed the talk quietly for one last time. Oh, so we have a new thing. So we can either see. Check we look good. Let's try apologizing this time. For a moment, Richard thinks about apologizing. This mission wasn't easy for Patricia either. Instead, however, Richard's pride forces a retort out of him. Oh, I see. So he can't. Tosses the junk back to the ground. Ruined tent buried in the snow. Richard walks toward the tent and searches it. He gets one ration. Oh, there we go. Toward the path and shakes his head. Can't go that way. Tanner stops everyone before looking back at Richard. You have no idea where you're going, do you? This is a waste of resources. Maybe Norman is right. And we need to keep going. The corpse is going to be corpses if we keep going. Norman was right. We should head back. So we're all in agreement then. part of the room is covered with mossy texture. A massive fungi expands in its place. Certain there's probably something that can happen if we do. Let's leave it alone. Richard leans down and examines the corpse. It smells unpleasant but unbearable. There's slit in the body's throat. The culprit being the stained knife cell in the corpse's diseased hand. The fester died off of his toast a while ago. Should be safe for me to take this. He pulls the fingers apart and takes the stained knife. He searches the body but finds nothing more. Richard leans down to examine the body and greeted with the familiar odor of death. Right below the mossy texture on the face is a clean slit on the body's throat. The dry blood creates a current over the tie-dye shirt. Richard searches the body and finds his syringe trapped in plastic. Richard rummages through the box. He finds 4 ointments. The fester pushes against the cracked glass, begging to be released. That's not going to hold. Richard picks up some and puts it in his bag. Richard glances at the poster and looks away before turning back in befuddlement. The poster depicts the proper procedure for doing the Heimlich maneuver. Why is this in here? A small handwritten note is tacked to the wall. Richard reads it aloud. Stop eating lunch in the repairs room. We've had too many close calls. It's a miracle that they survived as long as they did. Safe here. Let's check it. Richard looks at this key sitting on the desk. It looks like it belongs to some sort of vehicle. This must be for one of their snow crawlers. Pockets the key. Richard accepts and catches up to them. He decides to rest. He goes to lie down. Walk towards the entrance where the sound seems to be coming from. Tendrils of fester reach out from under the door to the second floor. It's spreading. How hungry are you, buddy? Okay. How many rations do you got? So far, you're doing good still? Okay. The tie-dyed shirt rests on the drying wire. The dye has long since dried out. What is this, an art class or something? Richard ripples through the box. There are a few with canned food stored in them, but most of them are empty. What was that bag of rice? Richard pulls one of the boxes closer and finds dry curry mix as well. Creamy curry, is it? Richard picks it up. I can take all this. Richard sorts through the remaining food supplies. There's nothing left. Richard rummages through the box. Finds 4 in it. Richard lifts the bag of dog treats and shakes it. Not a lot left in there. He bunch of food. Looks good. Richard picks up a tired-looking cookbook from the floor. Jerry's cookbook. He opens the book at a round spot and cringes at the page. Who puts pineapple and canned meat in curry? Closes the book and looks at the cover again. I guess Jerry did. Richard sets the books in his bag on the off chance it'll come in handy. Richard leans closer to the wall and reads the sticky notes. Jerry, can you stop cooking in the dorm? Everyone's trying to sleep. Quinn. Someone remind me to water the plants. I keep forgetting Perry. I'll have some leftover curry in the fridge upstairs if anyone wants it. Jerry. Richard's attention wanes the more notes he reads. There's nothing interesting here. Oh, those are all the people. Let's see again. Yeah. Richard flips through the calendar. Meetings, dog fed. Also, that's when they got the dog. Everyone's healthy. Oh, Terry had a birthday. Team meetings. Oh, so there was a rescue team arrival coming. But they kept delaying, I'm guessing. All healthy, 8 healthy, 5 healthy. Morgan James' birthday, so no one's safe anymore. No, since the calendar was updated. Oh, I see. Richard grabs the dangling keys and wears it around his neck. Richard inspects the bag. A sweet smell wafts from the inside. Chocolate. This morsel looks like something that Patricia would enjoy. Richard leaves the label in the bag. Dog-shaped chocolates. Is a 5-year-old working here or something? God is food, so Richard tosses the chocolates into his bag. Throws through the box. 4 ornaments. In the corner of the room is a trash can. They're filled with bloody bandages and pieces of skin overrun with sores. Richard picks up the pot and flips it over. It's empty. He looks at his bag and considers stuffing it inside. After deliberating for a moment, he squeezes the pot into his bag. Is that everything in here? Guess so. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Chat. Something too. Richard, his uncle stands next to the car impatiently, tapping his foot on the crunchy gravel. Richard peeks his head. Oh, we've seen this one. Alright. blanket sits on top of his torso, missing the majority of his body, as if someone had haphazardly thrown it onto him. There's a noticeably large gash on his throat. Don't see a knife next to him. Someone else must have slit his throat. Ooh. A large symbol is drawn in the middle of the room. 3 corpses lay haphazardly across the beds and floor. Eyes look untouched from disease. Like the rest of the crew gave up sooner than you, huh? Richard turned his head towards the man beside the door. Must have ran out of ritual funds. Richard walks back and towards the break room. On top of the wire jugs, most of them are filled with water. Or I not carry these around. I'll just remember that they're here. They were playing checkers, huh? Richard picked a piece and placed it on the board. Norman keeps losing when he plays against me. I should probably teach him to play better next time. Richard picks up the spoon. It looks clean to me. Richard rummages through the box. He finds 2 ointment. He rummages through the box. 2 ointment. Rummages through the box. 2 ointment. Letter. He picks up the paper from the floor and reads from it. Dear Wendy, I hope you're settling well into your job. Assuming you don't open this box before going to the base. If you did, then hey, close the box. Don't look yet. Anyways, to keep you from feeling too homesick, I made you a blanket. That's right, I was telling this for you the whole time. Surprise! Alicia. Hi Wendy, your mom and I put some cash into your account. Spend wisely, Mom and Dad. Richard Grace's head to look at the corpse in front of her infirmary. Use the blankets being used. Read that again. Okay. It's over here. Disinfectant. He turns the can and looks around to look at the label. Blessed by the wonder of disease and fester. Sounds useful. Not something I can put on skin, but it should do well for cleaning. You're just going through the papers. The one that draws attention shows the graphic of a syringe encased in a thin plastic wrap. Vaccine should be able to combat the disease, again so that fester will not be able to spread on the human body, even when it makes contact with skin. So similar to a ritual disease and fester. Impressive. Fortunately, the effects only last for a day. That's useless. No wonder everyone here is dead. Oh. Let's get out. Now. And it flips around. First couple pages are filled with photos and drawings. Eventually, Richard finds pages filled only with text. So they named it Winter Fester. Johnny has to wait by default. He's already serving of disease and fester. Richard flips through the text. It's empty. It's like they weren't desperate enough to serve a new idol with no worshippers. He shuts the scrapbook and lightly tosses it to the side. Should have just become servants. They knew what was in store for them. Not that matters now. notes ominously. Richard shudders. Take these with me. I might need them. The disease pulses as Richard goes to grab the object. Moving his hand takes more effort than usual. It's getting tiring. Strange light circulates through Richard's arm. He runs through the cabinet. He finds two wingmen. Himself not scratching the itch on his face, even when it pesters him with prickly spikes on his nerves. Richard's mind wanders. He stares up at the gray ceiling, combing through his memories in hopes of calming himself down. His hand grips over a warm and comforting golden field. Sits on the porch reading a newspaper. Goes to study it. Getting colder. It's not warming out. Spreads fast. Sits outside behind the bell. He stares at the track field as he listens to the monotonous voice on the comm. Susan. 3 days. Please enter. Your team is interested in assisting. There are currently 8 teams interested in assisting. Okay. That's interesting. There's 3 more teams today. The number's probably going to triple by tomorrow. Takes out a note from his back and flips through the pages. As he scribbles onto a page, he hears water running behind him. Turns to see a girl filing up a watering can with a hose. What are you doing out here? Class has started already. The girl looks up at him with furrowed brows. You're one to talk? She lifts the watering can with both hands and walks away, disappearing as she turns behind a corner of the school. Richard looks back at the hose and squints. Water's still leaking out. He lifts himself from the bench and tightens the valve. He shakes his head and walks down the same direction as the girl. Inside a quaint greenhouse are aisles full of growing fruits and vegetables. The girl lifts the watering can over a pot plant and tilts it. And make sure you actually shut the water off next time. The thing was still running when you left. This comment is met with silence, and the girl continues to water the plants as if she's unaware of Richard's existence. Richard turns to leave with a huff, but his eyes catch a familiar fresh red odor. He leans in closer to stare at the glistening tomato hanging from its stem. Don't eat that one. It's mine. As Richard looks to his left, the girl suddenly appears beside him. You can eat that one, though. She points at the squash tomato on the floor. guitar tomato player puts his mind at ease, only for a moment. Richard looks behind the corpse. The air is covered with chewed up boxes and feces. It's a lot to clean. What? He had to say that the snow crawls true. Now there was nothing about to clean up yet. Buddy. You have the key. Ground. Richard puts his hand around his weeping shoulder. Family members come to see the grave. So the grave is filled with dirt. Visitors share one last moment of collective grief before taking their leave. The only people left are Richard and his aunt. His aunt looks at the grave quietly with red eyes. Silence is broken once she parts her dry lips to speak. You're not allowed to join a rescue team. I don't care how good the pay is, do anything else. Richard looks at the name of his uncle carved into the gravestone. Despite seeing the consequences, he reconsiders nothing. Even though many people have died in this field, even though his own uncle has died, he still sees himself as being part of the rescue team, making good money, having tough days at work, and coming home in the end. Floating in the back of his mind is still the idea that one day he'll die of old age. Shovel, instinctively looks back at the direction of the entrance. Which way are we? Richard takes his shovel out of his bag and begins to dig. He digs and digs, walking forward but never further. He continues to dig. Though he knew he wasn't getting further, Richard digs forward regardless. Not that he was actually going forward, really. He continues to shovel. His legs are aching, his arms are sore. Though he knew useless mounts of snow piled behind him and seemingly disappeared just as quickly. Richard refuses to turn around, fearing that he'll see from the earlier entrance just as far away as it was before. Richard stands still for a moment. He stares at the exit. The opening is non-existent, clogged by icy snow. How much longer will he be staying here? How much longer will it take before Fester burrows beneath his skin? He just hands the snow and digs through it mindlessly. He keeps digging, snow crunching under his palms again and again. His calloused hands drop with burning cold. The air is thin. He keeps digging. Again and again. Again and again. Again and again. His heartbeat matches the rest of the corpses. This game is brutal. Once I've decided to become one with it. What if we just slipped here? Go back. Focus on his breathing. Slowly in, out, and out. After a few minutes have passed, his chest rises and his fall at a slower pace. The feeling doesn't go away. Whatever this lingers in his mind, travels in his throat, and stays around the corner of his eye. As Richard blinks, his eyes betray him. He covers his face with his palm, shivering as he weeps. Richard covers his eyes so his silly tiny tears in the empty room. nerves through Richard's arm. I'm worried that's gonna just be hunger. Non-comfortable sensation is carried from nurture to nerve. When Richard blinks, he has slumpy contractions around the skin of his eyelids. Burning feeling permeates as he shifts his body. He lifts his hands before his face. Shit. His skin has broken into contours and bumps before, but this is worse. Much worse. He can't even form a fist with his palms anymore. All he can do is curl his fingers inward, causing fluid to squeeze out of the pores from the pressure. The rest of the body isn't doing much better. No spot of skin has been unclaimed. How much longer will we have to survive with a body like this? He doesn't even try to think about the cost it will take to fix this, or his body to be healthy again. Richard takes one last deep breath in and out. He reaches into his bag and rubs his throat carelessly, letting whatever spikes the pressure bring more inflammation to his sensitive hand. Finally, he retrieves his spear. The sharp blade hovers above his throat briefly before striving into the vitals. So we gotta get rid of it. I wish that they gave us a way to, like, skip through this part. Hello? Someone there? Yeah, I'm playing on PC. I'm playing on Steam. It's pretty fun so far. Yeah, I'm doing great too. Yeah, I've got the day off, so I just wanted to do a bit of streaming. Yeah, it's never, yeah, you're my first person who's ever chatted, so thank you. Alright, thank you. Alrighty, let's skip over this part. Oh, I forgot to skip over it. Yes. Yeah, it's very fun so far. I'm very glad you decided to check it out, because I was a little worried, because it said it would take a while to play the game, but so far it's kind of like not bad if you like get through the first part. Yeah, it's really fun. Like, let's see. I try to play any game that I enjoy. I've been trying to get all the achievements in Peak for a while. I just didn't want to get that all set up though, because I have to do like a full setup for Peak. I've played Dispatch on here. Yeah, I played some Buckshot Roulette. Yeah, I kind of like playing like scarier games, but I also like playing cutesy games, so I'm a mix of both. I should play some games I've played before at some point. Like, I think it'll be very fun. Yeah, porn simulator is so fun. Like, I think they're absolutely amazing. Yeah, I got very inspired by, I think his name is Manly Badass here. Yeah, he plays a lot of scary games. If you ever want to see like stuff about games, I definitely, because he like does like the full like full playthrough, like all endings, all achievements, I think. Let's see. Speaking of, oh yeah, Minecraft is a good one. Yeah, I've never played Sims 4 and Phasma though, or Resident Evil. I heard they're really fun though. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I think I might get Resident Evil at some point. It would be very cool. Let's see. Let me see. So, I think. Oh, let's see. He swipes a random card from this one. Oh yeah. Is Phasma the one where it's like you find ghosts? I think it's the one where you find ghosts. I'm pretty sure. I think that one's very fun. Oh, I don't remember who it's from, but I got it from someone else. I do draw bits, but not as good as the person who made this. Let me real quick check on my... No, it's from a website called VGen. It's like a commission system. It's made by Loopy Doopy. Let me, here, I can message it. There you go. That's, if you look on VGen for them, that's where I got it. Yeah, it's really, they're very good. It was like, it was very cheap too. They're very good artists. Like, they're very underrated, I definitely say. Yeah. Yeah, they're very cool. They're very cool. Yeah, no, I'm hoping to get my stuff more cleaned up and all that at another. Ooh, 2D or 3D? I think that would be cool though. Yeah, I've been meaning to clean up my Steam and everything lately. I've been kind of playing more just lax, but I'm thinking at some point I'm gonna like, you know, lock in, make it look all prettified and everything, make it look a lot better. But yeah, go ahead. Let's see. I don't know if it's like share on stream or not. There's a lot of things on this that I'm like, yeah, if you want to share something, yeah, for sure. Let me see. Let's see. How do I do that? Really? Okay. Let's see. Is there anywhere I can find you? I'd love to check you out. Oh, really? Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds really fun. Hey, got like YouTube or Twitch or anything? Ooh, I have Discord. Let's see. What do I go on my Discord again? It's either gonna be the one, my Twitch name, or it's my Twitch name. It's gonna either be, yeah, of course, I can for sure find you that way. Yeah, go ahead. Discord is very nice, very nice. For sure, for sure. I just realized the little counter went up by 2. That's adorable. Yay! Alright. Let me see if I can friend you this way. Jessica. Alright, let's see. There we go. Hooray! Alright, ooh, that's fair. Yeah, I get you. Sometimes Discord's a pain. Let's see. Getting which way's which. Hallway. Door. get like a text to speech thing at some point. I've heard that something. Yeah, you can get like something and it'll like speak out the things. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Snow crawlers and walk toward a passenger window. Richard looks behind the dog. The air covers chewed up boxes and feces. That's a lot to clean. He grips the door handle and pulls. Locked. Figures. The dog looks up at Richard and whines. I wonder if it's hungry. Give the dog a treat. Richard pulls a dog treat out of his bag. The dog sits patiently. Richard presses his palm against the window. Feels as if the sores on Richard's abdomen have eaten through his fat flesh. A key. This man has a key and he chooses to not use the key. Those are cool. I like those. Really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. That's really good work. Yeah, that's like, wow, I'm jealous. That's so nice. Look at all those. That's cool. I love those. like the spoiled ones, the goth girl and the fox girl are very cute. I like those. I like those. Those are cute. I'm a little bit tired. It's a little late for me, but I'm gonna try to get at least one more thing if I can. Oh, we can. Oh, we starved. Yeah, I'm not really picky. I just love, I just love, just, I just love art in general. It's very nice. I like to be simple and everything. I like it's the hoodie, pants, shoes. But if you have anything, I'm always up for pretty much anything. Yeah, let me find some. Let me find some real quick for you. These are gonna be the best. The best. Hooray! Hooray!
for today. Thank you for all. And I hope you all have a good one. Thank you. Goodbye.